You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days fans. It's Melinda from Soap Dirt, and everybody wants to know when the reveal is going to come out and Nicole Walker gets back her son, who is right now being raised as Jude Roman Brady, adopted by Eric and Sloan. I suspect this baby reveal is not going to come out all at once, but in dribs and drabs, and it's going to start with the little boy getting sick. Let's dig in and find out what's next in this awful baby stealing story. But if you haven't already, please click subscribe so you won't miss any Days of Our Lives updates. So we have spoilers for next week that point to baby Jude getting sick. And right now, Sloan Petersen's about 75% sure that she is going to get away with this messy scheme that she cooked up with Melinda Trask. The only obstacles now really are Leo Stark and his hunky imprisoned lover, Dimitri von Leuschner. In fact, Leo wants to tell Nicole Walker the truth. Wake up, lady. Sloan has your baby. So on Monday, December 11th, Leo is at the door of the demara mansion, fully intent on telling Nicole what's what. That started on Friday, picks up on Monday. He went straight from his visit with Dimitri at Statesville to tell her the ugly truth. But guess what? Someone shuts it all down, and guess who? It's EJ Demara, of course. That man is stubborn and doesn't half listen, but, at least he's hot. So Nicole is very interested in what Leo has to say, and in the New Days promo, which I will drop at the end of this video, he asks her, what if your baby is alive? Well, that reaffirms exactly what Nicole already suspect, but she was fooled because of the skewed paternity results. You remember, it was so weird. She submitted her toothbrush. Why not just swab her? She was right there. But of course, it was just all to drag it out longer. So the hospital used EJ's DNA, which was never going to be a match, never ever. And that's part of the problem because the upcoming baby Jude illness storyline. So picking up on Monday, Leo is just about to spill the beans when EJ arrives. He was upstairs when Leo first showed up, comes down, furious to see Lady Whistleblower on their doorstep. And then Tuesday spoilers say EJ thinks Leo is there, running a con and trying to use EJ and Nicole's grief to manipulate Salem's new DA into going easy on Dimitri. However, Leo went there with the best of intentions, but EJ shuts him down, won't hear it, won't let Nicole hear it. After EJ thwarts him, Leo begins contacting Sloan to let her know that he knows her dirty, stolen baby secret. And then fast forward to Friday, December 15th, and Leo is on the phone with Sloan again, this time while she's out for a walk with little Jude in the park. But guess who else is also out and about strolling around? It is Nicole. So Leo is stressing Sloan out with his phone call, so she turns her back and steps away from little Jude Brady for just a moment. That is a bad parenting red flag, and the spoilers say there's a short-term kidnapping. I think kidnapping is a strong word, but what I suspect it means is Nicole sees that Jude has been left unattended and she's going to pick up the kid. She can't help it. Nicole feels so strongly that's her baby, but with the DNA test saying otherwise, she's feeling just, off kilter. So I wonder who will see her with Jude in her arms. Maybe Sloan sees the empty stroller and freaks out. Whoever sees it, even if Nicole brings the baby back without anybody else noticing initially, this is not going to look good for Nicole. But Sloan and Eric will have the kid back, moments later. So there's a couple of huge things pushing this storyline forward this coming week, but I feel strongly that it won't come out all at once because there's two facets to this baby Jude storyline. One, Sloan and Eric adopted Nicole's son. And the second is that's not EJ's baby. Of course, it's Eric's. I don't foresee both pieces coming out at once. So on Monday, we're going to see more of Sloan trying to gaslight Eric and explain why the private adoption lawyer called on Friday and said the deal didn't go through. So I wonder if she's going to make an excuse like, oh yeah, I used another attorney, she's going to find a way to explain it. But by Friday, things take a drastic turn with baby Jude's health, and we head towards part one of the reveal of whose child he is. So on Friday the 15th, part of the reason that Sloan is so easily distracted and walks away from the baby is that she is completely exhausted. Baby Jude keeps her and Eric up the night before. The kid is crying. He's restless. Turns out he's sick. And that is critical because it looks like it's going to be some sort of sickness that requires possibly a donation from a biological parent. We don't have spoilers on that, but do have spoilers on him not sleeping and, being sick. So Sloan could keep lying, but she's not going to want that baby to die. And that means she either has to come clean about it being Nicole's kid, or she has to somehow trick Nicole into being tested to donate randomly. Maybe part of asking several people to be tested as a donor. I'm sure Sloan can pull it off, for a while longer, but it's all going to come out. So stage 1 should be that Nicole finds out Sloan stole her baby, but Nicole thinks the baby that died was hers and EJ's because of the fake paternity test. So the big question is whether Eric will toss that envelope from the test that's in the demara safe without even looking at it. EJ may see it and thinks, oh, it doesn't matter because our son's dead. So he may toss it out. So that may be just off the table soon. And I do suspect that we're going to see Jude given back to Nicole and EJ, and then it'll come out even later that Eric is the real biological father. That's what I suspect. Of course, there are no spoilers yet on that piece, so that's just my gut feeling on how it's going to go. We know soaps love to drag out plots, and doing it in 2 stages would definitely accomplish that. So there's another spoiler for the week of December 18th that says people are waiting for a diagnosis at Christmas. And that could absolutely be Sloan and Eric waiting and worrying about what's wrong with their adopted baby. So the clock is definitely starting to tick down on Sloan's sleazy move to keep Eric in her life by lying and test tampering and now baby stealing. They could drag this out for a while. Let's be real about that. Once it comes out that Sloan stole the baby, I'm sure that Eric is going to kick Sloan to the curb. I do suspect Jessica Serfati, who plays Sloan, might be written out. Maybe she exits after that. We'll see. No spoilers on that yet. But unless they have a reason to retest baby Jude's paternity, he could actually live for a long time, indefinitely, with EJ and Nicole thinking they got their baby boy back and that it is their baby biologically, both of them. And of course, it would be absolutely heartbreaking for Eric to lose the child he adopted with no idea that is really his son. And that's the sort of deep-seated chicanery that Days of Our Lives writers could definitely do. But of course, we'll just have to wait and see exactly how it goes. So let me know what you think. Do you see Days breaking the stolen baby reveal into 2 parts? The first, the reveal that Sloan took the baby and getting the child back to Nicole, and then later finally revealing that EJ is not the baby's daddy. Drop your comments, click subscribe if you haven't, and come back soon for more, because as always, we're here talking Days of Our Lives 7 days a week. And this has been Melinda from Soap Dirt. Thanks for tuning in.
It's the anniversary of your dad's passing. Your dad would be so proud of you.
There's so much history between us. I'm getting all the familiar signals.
I don't know anything about your ex. You got a pick? This is going to be the best Christmas.
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
My son is dead.
But what if that wasn't true?